Well, the first of the championship races coming up, MIAA. What goals have you set for yourself?
For myself personally, I would like to get top 20, which is honorable mention 10 through 20 range. Top 10 is all conference, and that would have to be a really good day for me, but if I could get that, that'd be nice. And breaking 25 for the 8K would also be a big goal.
Are you pleased with your times going into the MIAAs?
So far, but I don't think I've ran a good race yet this season. I think the times are all right, but I think I can run a lot faster if I put together a whole race.
Just kind of, do you kind of view, postseason races different from any other races? You just kind of try to go out and do your best and see where you fall?
Same business, just go out, run tough, give it my best effort. If I'm at the finish line and I feel like I gave a good effort, it's the same deal, just going out there and running on grass.
And I guess, obviously you have your personal goals, but for the team, do you kind of just, I guess, you're rooting for them to do well too, because you kind of really can't control what everybody else does, right?
Yeah. So I really don't care about my personal goals too much, honestly, when it comes to cross country. What I'm really focused on is the team and hoping that we can really pack run at conference. And I think it was preseason, they had us slotted like 8th or something. We've really overachieved so far, and right now I think we're positioned 5th when you look at like the regional rankings. We're the 5th team in conference. So I think we have a chance on Saturday to do something really special if we work together really well.
And do you kind of have an idea of where you may fall as, because, you've raced against these teams in the regular season, you kind of know how good everybody is as you go into the conference meet?
Yeah, we really want to get top 5 for the teams. We've beaten most of the teams except for the top 4, and then we haven't ran against Kearney yet this season. But we think we have a shot at top 5. That's the big goal.
Just talk a little bit about how you guys really pack run all year long. I mean, your top 5 or 6 guys are always within a minute. Just what does that do for you, and how does it help you going into this type of competition?
Well, we practiced it a lot going into the season. In our workouts, we always alternate laps if we're on the track, or we try running side by side if we're doing like a tempo type workout. And just practicing that every single practice and every single race, we get closer and closer together and actually trying to pack run as long as we can. And when you slowly fall off, you got to look at your teammates, holler at them. And at conference, it really matters for us to stay together, because if we don't, we're not going to be able to achieve what we think we can.
And then last thing, you ran on this earlier at Stampede. Does that give you guys a little bit of an advantage? I mean, a lot of teams run.
Yeah, so most of the teams in the conference were there, but I would say for me it was my first time racing that course. And where I really faltered was the finish, because I had no clue where I was in the race. I'm like, oh, there's a K left, and it turns out there's 2K left, and I kicked too early, and then I had a really poor finish. So I think for me personally, it's a big benefit having raced it this season, and I think we'll compete much better, but hopefully we're just as tight as we were that first race, because I think our split was less than 30 seconds, 1-6.
All right, perfect. Fantastic. Thank you.
Good luck. What's your game plan for the MIAA race?
I think my game plan is to stick with the 2 girls that we've all been pack running these last couple of weeks together as a team. And for me, it really helps when I have like somebody who I know I can stick to or can motivate me, because then I feel like I'm not just running for myself, but I'm running for like this other girl and my entire team too.
For you this season, are you pleased with your times, or are you happy with where you're at going into the MIAAs?
I'm pleased, but I always think I can do better. I think that I've been working really hard, and I've been able to keep my mileage pretty high, no injuries, so I'm really happy about that, because I've had some injuries in the past. But I definitely am excited to do my best for this race and try to bring down my time.
And do you go into a postseason environment, is there any different, or do you just kind of try to treat it like another race?
I feel like whenever it's postseason, at least like January, February, where it's more indoor, I don't take it nearly as seriously as I do cross, just because I feel like that's the only time I have to let my body recharge. So I definitely still work hard, obviously, and do my best, but I'm just probably, my body's not going to be where it is at the end of cross season, because we don't have that like build up, I guess, of mileage, since we're just starting back up again after a break.
And just like you said, you kind of, try to run with your teammates type deal. Does that kind of help? Do you kind of like work on that in practice as you kind of go into something like this?
Yeah, I feel like definitely this season our girls have just been so close, and we have a really close bond. Like, we're all best friends. So I feel like knowing them on that personal level has really helped at practice. Like, we'll be like, hey, like, come on, get up here, you can do it. And I feel like that's been something that's definitely pushed all the girls to work a little harder.
Just, I guess, have you run this course during the regular season? And if so, can you take the familiarity of the course going into the postseason? You haven't done it already.
Yeah, I actually didn't get to run it this season because I got sick, so I did miss that race. But I did run it last year, and it's my favorite course. I love it. It's just perfect. I feel like I've always had really good races there, and I've always had good moments with my teammates. They've really, like, help me keep going. So for sure, I think that that's an advantage, and I really love that course. Yeah.
You have a bunch of freshmen running with you this year. So
Yeah.
what kind of message you give to them going into the championship?
I think that they already know this, but we're going to be proud of them regardless. They've been such a good addition to the team, and I feel like they're pretty confident in themselves because we've always been practicing together, and I think they have the support from us. But I just say, give it your all, have fun with it, because it's their first season in college, so just do what you can.
Have you set any goals for yourself for this MIAA race?
For sure. I feel like I can bring down my time significantly because I haven't been exactly where I wanted to be, and I'm really feeling strong coming into this week and into this race. So for sure want to work on my time and my mental skills, which Coach Stanbrough helps us a lot with, but I really want to implement them this time.
All right.
Perfect. Thank you.
Awesome.
Good job.
Thanks.
Well, Coach, how excited are you to see what both your men's and women's teams do at the MIAA?
Well, it's been an exciting year that we've really overachieved, I think, more than maybe what we thought was possible, but conference is a place to really prove how good you are. And we've had a great training block. We haven't competed in 3 weeks. We've had a tremendous training block, some really good hard workouts. So we're excited to see. We think we've improved a lot over the last 3 weeks.
Is when you have that 3-week time period off, is that a good thing or not so good thing when you're not running races, but you can kind of prepare for the specific event?
Yeah, that's a really good question because specificity is a big part of training, and then there's nothing more specific than actually running a race. But we had some very specific oriented workouts, and we think we probably gained maybe more out of the harder workouts. Sometimes the workouts are harder than the race, and when you get in that scenario like, oh boy, a race is a little bit of a break. But I think we're excited to race just because of all those hard workouts.
Do you have an expectation of where you may fall in? Because obviously this is the conference, you've run against these teams already this year.
Yeah, the conference, especially on the men's side, I mean, it's as deep as I've ever seen it. The top 4 teams have kind of separated a bit. Between 5th and 10th, there's very little separation. And there's 10 really good teams in the conference this year. On the women's side, hey, we're very young, 1 senior and the rest freshmen and sophomores. So it's going to be a good experience for us, and hopefully we can continue to build on what we've done so far this year.
And I guess, have you, when you go to a meet like this, you've run the course in the regular season, does having that familiarity help the men and women as they run the course for the second time in the season?
Yeah, I think so. So 2 things. 1, it's going to be a lot cooler than when we ran the first time. 2, that we know the course. But 3 is, hey, we're in a lot better shape now. Well, so are the other teams, too, that we have to deal with. But I think when we ran it the first time, both our men and women didn't really realize, how good we could be. And we've just continued to get better as the season progresses. So that part's exciting also.
I guess just kind of, how excited you to see individuals place high, but also obviously knowing that it's about the team above all else.
Yeah, I mean, last year we were fortunate on the women's side to have the conference champion. And on the men's side, we had Matthew Mackey was our national qualifier. We don't have the big front runner, and so pack running is extremely important to us. And on the men's side, Tyler Swift has been consistent all year. Jaime Diaz has finally gotten healthy. Henry Jones has been fantastic the last few weeks. So they're going to be up near the front. We've got to get our 4th and 5th runners with them. And on the women's side, Taylor Williams has been consistent. Hannah Showalter has come on very big the last few weeks. And then Irina has been strong also. So it's kind of the same story. We've got 3 up there, and then we need a 4th and a 5th pushing.
You do such a great job. I don't have anything for you.
All right, thank you.